right here. And I've officially moved. No more annoying box in that screen. Don't have to worry about that anymore. And let's just get into the game. Boosh is unavailable. He's out of town for the next few days. So we're gonna play without him. You may hear people laughing like crazy. You may hear my wonderful girlfriend play her TikTok videos. You may hear some cats meow, but that's okay.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback.
That was weird. What was that?
Cam Newton.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Probably just cat.
Now Newton on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it.
Oh.
And avoids the contact by sliding. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people.
You want me to get the other one when I get a chance?
Does he have fun playing the game of football?
Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
And the running game is headlined by Lamar Miller, a veteran out of the University of Miami, who gives you tough inside runs and some speed to burn when he gets into the open field. He's the only player in NFL history with 2 touchdown runs over 95 yards in his career.
That's the game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And so the ball comes out.
Ah, fumble out of bounds. Damn.
Wind up out of bounds.
Keep playing hard.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Here we go.
I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
4 down. Check.
On first down, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
Throwing again on second
and knock that out of there.
Time it's incomplete.
Brandon looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
Touchdown, Vikings. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out.
He did not get in the earlier.
So here are the Lions under second-year coach Matt Patricia. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here we go.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
Hey, 57 colors. 57 colors.
98. 98's the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
There we go.
Completes it to Lee. The 20.
6 straight, right back at him.
He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquise Lee. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no run back here.
Let's go,
This will be a
boys, bring it up.
touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. He hits Beasley right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's get
I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That's taken on the 25. A good kick, 48 yards.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And right now they're in that #2 spot. They'd love to hold on to that, but first things first, they want to clinch that division.
Well, let's go back to the conversation we have with the coaching staff, and you asked that very question about how important is it really? You got a good team. Can't you win from any spot in the play? They all looked at us like we were crazy, right? You can do it from...
And that's caught inside the 35.
Damn, that's quick. Well, they had 2 offensive plays and 2 touchdowns. Gotta love it.
And the Lions have taken the lead. seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Don't get nervous. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
There you go, guys.
That's it, baby. That's it.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. If you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
Into heavy traffic, and it's
There we go.
intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes left
We now have more
side.
touchdowns than offensive
He will
plays.
score.
Get it up.
Touchdown, Lions. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff.
It's just
nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask.
Yeah.
Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was going
What's up, Marlins fan 89?
Conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Back and go full strength.
How's it going?
From the red zone now, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see you, boy. I see you.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, baby.
Gotta love them Marlins. I've never been to Florida, but that's my favorite team.
A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it staring at a third down and 13. Third and long, it's Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and on the season now, it's 9 sacks for him.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent.
What do you think of the junior takeover? No, Detroit's not my favorite team. Just the team I drew for this league.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
I don't hate Detroit, but...
So here come the lines.
Yeah, so what we did through this league is...
touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time.
On Facebook we had... We kind of had like a little draft lottery type thing going on. And I ended up getting the Lions picked for me. So we did a fantasy draft, and that's what I got.
It's Carson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Let's go.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing,
I'm from New England. I'm a Patriots fan.
Like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now
the Red Sox are the only Boston team I don't like.
Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll run the screen with Carson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Forced out to his left. Mahomes
When you try to slide and you still fumble.
Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
I think you misspelled it, Patriots. It's not like I've never heard that one before.
At that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can. And
I kind of figured you might be a Dolphins fan, being a Marlins fan, too. There's some Dolphins fans up here, actually, in New Hampshire.
Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Oh, man, I whiffed bad. That was bad.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Yeah.
His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
And you know what? The Patriots are the only team to go win 6 Super Bowls in 20 years.
But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are all...
Oh, nice. Yeah, she's nice.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
I just moved down to
So from the 39 now,
the southwest corner of New Hampshire.
Check 99. Check 99.
Draw play. This is Miller. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Down near Keene State.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he still has yet to get
nice. Shared by Keene as well.
As they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Pretty much all I know. This part I can't. This part I can't. Sure. Because I lived in regular, boring Nashville for the longest time.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
You're in Swan V2?
That's a touchdown right there.
Wow.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone. Can't capitalize.
It's like you know me.
They go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchdown.
Did you go to high school there?
Let's go. And we focus on Lamar Miller as he heads back out there and gets set to go again on offense.
Let's see. Let's check Facebook real quick.
Haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more. Try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Maybe.
11-15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Been crazy busy lately.
And Beasley with it over the middle. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again is Newton. And that's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd and 5.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Newton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first
I was
of their
down with a
timeouts
5W.
as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Boom.
The Lions now
Got
going to
lucky
use
there.
the 2nd of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So how about this for a change?
I went to south, just south of the river.
Here's first down on the other side of the field.
Actually, on the south part of the river. Audible.
From the gun, Mahomes dancing to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Crap.
And the Vikings pick up the football. It's a foot race. 20. 10,
That was dumb of me.
and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard
So class 2010.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds.
What's up, Great? I mean, Relic.
The wise play here is be safe.
I mean, James.
It's the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here,
Right here,
here's
guys.
what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deep.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, Marlins fan. This is my personal troll, the Electron.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28.
Yeah, he's my biggest troll.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
Everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2 or 3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Mike, scene 6. Mike, 51. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And the pressure
Damn,
gets
I need to get
him
that
again.
Tyrell Williams.
Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Returnable for Grant. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Good work, boys. Let's
and
go.
The Vikings will take
Let's
over
go.
here first and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
Any plays do script coming up second.
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12.
Remember, I could break you like a twig.
In the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's how we do it.
Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
Yeah, but they weren't going to be able to afford Stanton.
Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle.
If anything hurts, it's the Yelich trade.
Time and time again.
Getting rid of Yelich, or letting Yelich go.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Von Miller still hits him when he's already step out of bounds.
Too much extracurricular there.
Let's go. Let's do
You
it.
have a game with a lot of contact. Tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Hey, tight.
Yeah, the team will get good eventually.
51 to Mike. Alpha. 51 to Mike.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's got this down to the 35.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 14.
I think they're trying to stock up and see if they could eventually spend like a big market team. They can't do it yet.
Tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Touchdown.
Marquise Lee, 35 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rudy is going to wait till next season.
And now we find out
Or at
about
least
the
the off season.
fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a
No, he's running out of time. Yeah, then he's not going to be able to
and the Vikings
stay.
now heading onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field for this drive. Poor punter. It wasn't his fault. But listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down now, it's Miller, and he's upended at the 33 following a good
ran right by the guy with the ball.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Newton now to throw. Rolling to his right. He can run
There we
for
go.
it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down.
Hit him harder.
Maybe by about a yard, if that.
Big hit.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And now will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Flush to his
Throw away, damn.
A big loss loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position. Because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
He's going to loft one, deep left side here.
Yeah, I wasn't the right guy to throw to. He was beat one-on-one.
Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here comes Grant on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
2nd and 10, Newton again. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40.
Yeah, stand behind him and not make a play on the ball, and then
15 yards on the play, first down.
What's the point of being there?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
There you go, Kennard.
Sack. We got him. We got him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And it's going to be another first.
Quarterback spying on me still. Actually, I don't think I did that play.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus.
Touchdown, Minnesota. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Still 2 scores.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Bring it up.
So out now come the Lions. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Looking to throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit, he lost the football.
Sack, baby! baby! Good job!
Damn, that offensive line gave up that play.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Attack!
Hey! High 7, let's go! 4 down. 51's the mic, boy, 51. Woohoo! 51's Mike. Mike's 51. Let's go, team.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And
Oh, Lee, you had that.
Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Newton steps away. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
26, Mike.
From the 50, Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete.
There we go.
And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
That's huge.
We're going to shut you down.
We're going to 46-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that game.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes.
Oh, shit.
He's going to let this go deep for Lee. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The throw complete here to Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Lee's got it over.
Big other first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
I could look at Lee's score on this play.
Interesting.
There he is.
To throw it. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion
That'll do it.
touchdown. Marquise Lee.
That's it, baby.
There to
We
make
got
the
6 all
grab.
day.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved the hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, down inbounds.
Put this one behind them.
It's our time.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Newton to throw. On the left side, he
there you go, them down bounce like that.
And down he goes,
First clock
but he
wrong
takes
there.
it up to the 40. Back to throw, Newton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Newton. Completion left side to Miller. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Let's go, baby.
Don't want to push that down.
Definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on second down. Newton.
Damn, did he just drop that?
They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Just drop that.
The Vikings on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now throwing on
Drop
third
that
down
too.
there, but he
Damn.
cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's got
And he found something quick.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. Throw left side taken in by Miller.
There we go.
And a timeout coming in. This will
Let him
be
catch it
final
inbounds.
with 10
Make some
seconds
stuff.
remaining.
Fuck, timeout.
First down
Like it.
completion
I like
only
it.
netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again. Newton. To the right side, complete to
There we
Miller.
go. Knock him down
And
inbounds.
he'll be brought down at the 21.
Can't do anything
just
about
shy
it.
of the 20 in the red zone. Now
Game
a
over.
First down pickup of 8.
See you again next time.
Offensive
Peace.
explosion help leading them.